The West looked at TikTok and saw dancing videos. It looked at Temu and saw cheap products. It looked at DeepSeek and saw an unexpected AI breakthrough. But what if these aren't isolated stories? What if they are all symptoms of a much larger shift that has been unfolding for years? Because behind the headlines lies one of the most important geopolitical and technological transformations of the modern era. For decades, Western markets viewed China's role in technology as relatively straightforward. Manufacture products, compete on cost, eventually move up the value chain. But quietly, something much bigger was happening. Factories were becoming logistics networks. Logistics networks were becoming data engines. And data engines were increasingly becoming platforms capable of competing globally. Looking back, it is possible to see a broader pattern emerge. One where manufacturing scale, supply chain dominance, engineering talent, and technological self-reliance begin reinforcing one another. And perhaps the most fascinating part, the sanctions and restrictions designed to slow China's technological rise may, in some cases, have accelerated its push toward efficiency and independence. Because constraints often force innovation. When you cannot outspend your competitors, you learn to out-optimize them. To understand why companies like DeepSeek, TikTok, and Temu matter, we need to go back to 2015. That was the year Beijing launched Made in China 2025. Made in China 2025 outlined a long-term vision for reducing dependence on foreign technology and moving China into higher-value industries. Its official priorities were largely manufacturing-focused: semiconductors, robotics, electric vehicles, aerospace, advanced materials, biotechnology. It was not a blueprint for TikTok or Temu specifically, but it emerged alongside a broader push toward technological self-sufficiency that would increasingly shape many parts of China's digital economy. And this broader shift unfolded on multiple fronts simultaneously. Upstream, expanding manufacturing capabilities, securing logistics networks, investing in engineering talent, and building domestic technological capacity. Downstream, creating increasingly sophisticated consumer platforms capable of operating at global scale. This is why these companies matter. TikTok, Temu, and DeepSeek emerged in different industries and under different circumstances. Yet all three appear to benefit from broader structural conditions that China has spent years cultivating: manufacturing scale, logistics efficiency, large engineering talent pools, and an increasing emphasis on technological independence. Temu is not merely an e-commerce company. It is a highly optimized system that connects factories directly to consumers, removing layers of intermediaries and compressing margins. TikTok is not simply a social media application. It is one of the most sophisticated recommendation engines ever created, a distribution machine capable of capturing human attention at planetary scale. And DeepSeek may represent something even more important. Because while much of Silicon Valley attempted to scale artificial intelligence through ever larger spending, DeepSeek demonstrated that efficiency itself could become a competitive advantage. Not by necessarily building bigger, but by asking a different question. What if intelligence could be made dramatically cheaper? What if constraints themselves became a source of innovation? This points toward a broader pattern. Different industries, different companies, yet increasingly similar philosophies. Constraint-driven optimization. Western technology companies often solve problems with abundance. More chips, more spending, more infrastructure, more capital. Chinese firms, in many cases, have increasingly been forced to think differently. How do you reduce friction? How do you remove middlemen? How do you accomplish more with fewer resources? Temu reduces inventory risk through real-time demand signals. DeepSeek focuses heavily on compute efficiency. Different industries, similar philosophies. And this has profound implications. Because if your business depends on multiple intermediaries, high customer acquisition costs, or infinite compute budgets, you may be more structurally exposed than you realize. The next decade may not simply become a competition between America and China. It will become a competition between two different philosophies of execution. One optimized for abundance, the other increasingly optimized for constraint. For decades, China was called the world's factory. But factories may never have been the final destination. They were the training ground, the foundation upon which increasingly sophisticated technological capabilities could be built. TikTok, Temu, DeepSeek. These companies did not emerge from one singular blueprint, nor are they evidence of some grand coordinated conspiracy. But together, they reveal something much larger. A country that has spent decades building manufacturing scale, logistics networks, engineering talent, and increasingly sophisticated digital capabilities. And if these trends continue, the next era of technology may become far more multipolar than many people currently expect. Because the future of technology may not belong solely to whoever spends the most. It may increasingly belong to whoever learns to do more with less. The question is no longer whether China can innovate. The question is whether the rest of the world fully understands the system it has spent decades building. And I'd like to hear your perspective. Do you think we're witnessing the rise of a genuinely multipolar technology world? Or will American AI companies ultimately maintain their lead? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy documentaries that explain the forces shaping technology, business, and the global economy, not just the headlines, subscribe to NextGen Wealth Insights. We publish deep research designed to help you understand where the world is going before everyone else does. I'll see you in the next one.